Yeah, myself, Dr. Subhaprakash Sanyan. I am the Director of Hematology, Hemato-Oncology and the Bone Marrow Transplant Services of Fortis Institute of Blood Disorder. So generally the problem of any thalassemia major child starts not exactly at the birth. So they generally getting their problems of the little generalized weakness, fatigue, principally from the 6 months onwards of their life. Most of the people of the thalassemia major, they become transfusion dependent after 6 months of age, and there are some group of patients who are transfusion dependent but they don't require very frequently blood transfusions, and their transfusion dependence or transfusion requirement starts from the little later age group, particularly more than 2 years of age group. This group of people we are actually called thalassemia intermedia.
Well, my name is Gagandeep Singh Chandok, 39-year-old. I am a thalassemic warrior. I have thalassemia. I am the president of the Thalassemia Sickle Society Bangalore. I am also involved with other organizations who do a lot of patient advocacy relating to thalassemia and other related blood disorders. I work for a bank professionally, and of course in the bank as well I work for the PWD, persons with disabilities rights within the organization, and I am involved in various other social support activities. Well, when I was diagnosed a little late. I was 1.5 years of age. So I was falling sick very often, and the doctors at that point of time, this was about 37 years ago, 38 years ago. So the doctors couldn't understand what's happening, and they suddenly noticing that my stomach was bulging. And my grandfather was like, "Why is this, this boy's stomach going up so much?" And it was because of the spleen. However, one of the doctors at that point of time just suspected it to be thalassemia. We did a test here; it came suspected, and he's not going to survive for long because the treatments in India were not that good. But now technology has evolved a lot. There's a lot of improvement, and it has been a journey.
Okay, I am Nivedita and I am born and raised in Pune. I am 27 years old. As a kid, when I was in school, I had to go through a lot of anxiety because, I was forcefully given injections. I was not told why I was taken to the hospital every now and then, why I was given blood, why was there so much reaction. I had to go through a lot of anxiety, and unknowingly I had to go through a lot of anxiety attacks also. But then when I grew older, when I came to when I came to a thought that okay, I have to live with it. When at that point I was in, I think, 8th standard or something, and by the time my childhood was already over. So I was a loner because I have anxiety issues. So when I'm anxious, I become a loner. I did not have friends in school due to that, and living with thalassemia now is okay because now we've already accepted the fact that we have to live with it, and the most important and the most difficult time was when I had to tell people that I have thalassemia. So my journey has been very full of anxiety because of this, but now I'm okay, and now I have accepted that I have to live with it.
The number of thalassemics, not only in Bangalore, I would say in India, have increased a lot. Okay. And the reason is now we're able to know the right numbers is because if you would have taken the trend about more than 25 years back, thalassemia was not detected that easily. The doctors didn't know what is thalassemia. They thought it was anemia. Now they're able to detect it. So now we see in Bangalore alone, this is an estimate. We do not have a registry. India does not have a registry like other countries to actually document how many thalassemics are there or other blood disorders. So we're estimating about 15 to 20,000 thalassemics are in the state of Karnataka who are taking transfusions alone.
mostly the challenges were related to Desferal. I don't know if a lot of people know what Desferal is. Desferal is an injection that you take that externally removes the ferritin, the iron load inside your body. So I was taking Desferal, and last year around May, I think Desferal was not available anywhere around my house, anywhere around in Pune. So I had to pay double the amount to get it from Delhi, and that took me about 3 months.
So most important, thalassemia is a chronic disease. It is not a treatment for 5 days, 10 days, 3 months, 6 months. Patient has to be on continuous treatment, follow-up, and then continuous blood transfusion support throughout their life. So it's a huge financial burden over them. That is number one. Number two, huge social burden on them. The school going child, they are missing their schools, they are little bit discriminated in the schools. So let a lot of social complexes they develop down the line. Family is also too much stressed with the financial support to some extent, because they has to bear the cost of the therapy. So these are the very, very important issues is particularly happening in the thalassemia child.
Government has a policy on blood disorders. Under the policy, it provides free blood. It's got information on blood related about eye insulation medicines regarding prevention. So there is a policy in place due to which they are able to give us the blood for free in certain places, discounted prices, which is under the policy. And eye insulation for free is also under that policy, that all thalassemics, all people under the blood disorders would be given free medicine.
I think that to get a comprehensive care of the thalassemia patients is extremely important. I think in our country the thalassemia comprehension centers are taking place, they are taking shapes also. So these patients need lot of medical care, lot of non-hematological care, as well as like a cardiologist care, like a endocrinology opinion, lot of other mental supports. So lot of way they has to manage, because it is a very holistic approach, is only way to completely take a thalassemia centers to come up.
Yes, there are. Let's start from the top. First is, thalassemia is not contagious. It does not spread by touch or eating food or anything like that. This is not a disease, it's a blood disorder. So it's like people are afraid about thalassemia, which is wrong. We're like any other normal people. So we can, we can be as equal to any person. I work with a bank. I'm working. I'm able to. I'm leading a normal life. I'm able to also handle society matters as well. So I'm as equal as possible. So why are you afraid of me? That's one. Two is, there's a lot of due to this fear factor. It has gone up to the workplace that many thalassemics do not get recruited. We are under the PWD Act. We are covered under the Persons with Disability Act as well. Okay. This under the Persons of Disability Act, we get a lot of benefits. One is, so if you're the private companies as such are a little fearful. They do not want to invest time and money in training, because they have got a perception that this guy will not survive for long. Because when they go in and type on thalassemia on Google, they say thalassemics will not live more than 30 years or 20 years, which is crap. I'm a 39-year-old. There are thalassemics who have reached 47. We have a thalassemic in UK I just met 2 weeks back, who's 57-year-old, who's a father of 2, who just went. He jumped out of a plane, parachuting. We have thalassemics who are 65 is the last age I've heard of, who's got grandchildren. So where are you leading?
I am actually volunteering for this NGO called the Wishing Factory. It is actually uh, it was actually started in Baroda, and it was started by a thalassemic himself who is now no more, Parth Thakur. Um, so with the Wishing Factory, I have been volunteering for the last 1.5 years, and we help people who are underprivileged and are not able to buy medicines that they are supposed to, and that's with healthcare for sure, and with education also. We help them with a lot of scholarships. Moreover, we bring smiles to their faces, because every month we celebrate birthdays of thalassemics. Every month we celebrate their birthdays together, and we take them to trampoline parks, we take them to dinosaur parks and Pizza Hut. Every month we take them somewhere and celebrate birthdays together.
A lot of hospitals, private hospitals are partnering with the patient advocacy groups in order to, do small things what they can for the thalassemic community or the blood disorders community in some way to try to reduce the pressure. They can't do much, but they are doing it. So that's a change, because as a patient advocacy, for example, last year we were able to partner with a hospital. We had the Thalassemia Day. With the Thalassemia Day, the hospital themselves gave a few goodies to the thalassemic warriors. We were able to get 50% off on the blood test and MRI. It's not much, but it is something to reduce. They also the hospitals, the health. A lot of hospitals are giving also certain thalassemics free blood. So there is an improvement, because as a patient advocacy, we have got more power in hand. It's made me humble. It's made me accept life. When you go through something, right, it changes you. It makes you respect things, accept life, accept your family. You respect relationships. Your family supported you a lot. It helps in, bringing your family closer. I have reached here is because of my family.